What's up, guys? Today a little video on Amazon Firesticks. So everybody is trying to cling on to these pieces of junk. Amazon, to me, overstepped their boundaries, and I say show them what's up. How you do that? Well, you're gonna have to eat some money, that's for sure, but you never have to buy another Amazon product and hit them where it hurts. I was doing a little bit of an experiment with my old Firesticks that I no longer use, and Alexa, I asked her specifically, I said, Alexa, do you record conversations? The answer was no, I am not allowed to. However, when I asked her, Alexa, and this is several hours later, I said, Alexa, what were we last talking about? She was able to recite, and I said, I thought you cannot record conversations. She went on to say, I'm allowed to summarize and keep summary notes. If you don't believe me, try it yourself, ask her, and then log into Alexa Privacy, and you'll see detailed conversations of what you said and what she said back to you. But I'm going to show you how to fix this Firestick and Amazon to receive everything. So you're going to take a screwdriver and you're going to pry this off. This is your Firestick here, and then you're simply going to take the board out, and there she is, all out. The other thing I asked Alexa, I said, Alexa, are you listening to private conversations? She said no. Well, I don't believe that. In fact, all social media devices such as Google and everything listens to you, because seconds later you have ads. So the next thing you're going to want to do is take a screwdriver and wedge it in there, and then do the same on this side as well and take that off. So this side here has like sticky tape. This side here only has thermal paste for the processor right there. The next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna take it and we're gonna just fucking snap it like that. And then we're gonna just fucking break it all up and throw it in the fucking garbage, because that's all they're good for. So another thing, I asked Alexa about privacy. She responded with a very programmed downward look upon us. She said, Jeff Bezos does not have time to worry about what's on your lunch table. He's too busy building rockets. When I corrected her and I said, he took a ride in one of Elon Musk's rockets, she said, oh, you're absolutely correct. I am wrong. You know, that's kind of where we're at with this shit. I feel as though, and I hate getting into politics, I don't like talking politics, but when I seen a 61-year-old retired police officer get arrested, transferred to another county, spend 37 days in jail for posting a Facebook meme which somebody else made, we have a serious problem here with these companies, with government itself, infringing on our First Amendment rights. I see a lot of assholes out there, you know, doing First Amendment audits that, you know, they're shooting their little camera in public saying it's legal and this and that. How about free speech? You know, Meta and YouTube, they just have a major lawsuit going. One was $3 million was awarded to a lady in the US. $375 million was just awarded to Mexico. It's time that everybody just stands up and says, we had enough of this shit. We're not taking no more. And if you're still hell-bent on keeping that shitty Amazon Firestick or any Amazon device that spies on you constantly, right there is a little tiny hole, which is the microphone. And if we bend that around here, you can clearly see right there. I saw some other guy years ago, I think it was like 4 years ago, he took a drill bit and drilled that out. I'd at least do that. Get a number bit, pop a hole right through there so Alexa cannot listen. Cell phones, however, back in the day, used to be able to pull the battery out, and there's a reason why they don't want you taking them out no more. It's so they can listen in and track. They're always listening, because even when it's off, a couple seconds later you get an ad. With that said, I'm going to continue breaking every single Firestick I have and throwing it in the garbage, and I recommend you do the same. And Amazon, if you're watching, this is what I think of your Firestick.